Hi guys, welcome to Up to 10th. My name is Chris and today we're going to take a look at another beer from Counterpart. So apparently it's looking like this is a kind of a Counterpart Brewing week. I did buy a bunch of beers from Counterpart and I was like, you know what? Maybe I will do a week of Counterpart Brewing videos and beers. So today we're going to take a look at this one. It's stout season, so you know what? This is an Imperial Stout. It's called Sound of Silence. An Imperial Stout that's brewed with maple and cocoa. So let's take a look at this can right here. All right, so like I said, from Counterpart Brewing out of Niagara Falls, we're looking at Sound of Silence. Shh. It's an Imperial Stout. It's coming in at a whopping 10.5% alcohol by volume. It's in a 355 milliliter can. 0 IBUs listed at the time of this review, and this one is brewed with maple and cacao. So chocolate. There's cocoa nibs, I'm assuming, or cacao nibs, or cocoa itself. Who knows? There's chocolate. It's a stout, so it's probably gonna have some coffee flavor, and it's sweetened 100% with this maple. So let's get into this beer. This tiny little can, which was kind of expensive for an Imperial Stout. I think it was over $6.50 or maybe even close to $7. I can't remember. Don't give me shit for not remembering the price. I bought a bunch, fuck. Oh, no. All right, so it's now poured all over my hand, and down on the ground, and now on my pants. And they filled this one up all right. Let's take a look at this. Poured in the proper glassware, pouring it into the deciduous glass. All right, so fizzing away. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't even know where the mic is on my new phone. But it's black. You can't see anything through that. Even when I poured it, there wasn't you couldn't even see any ruby red. Might be able to see it on the playback. I'm not too sure, but it looked like it was pouring out black. The head was fizzing away, and oh my god, I can smell it from here. It's all maple, but off-white. Not off-white. It's more of a brown colored head on this one. Light's showing up a little bit too much on the camera there, but it is a brown colored head, and it freaking fizzing away. You can hear it like Coca-Cola. Let's take a smell. Yeah, like I fucking smelled it from the second I opened it. It's maple all day. It's like they fucking brought in like a truckload of maple syrup and just bloop, 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 right into the fucking vat. That's what we got. It smells like maple all day, but then there's that chocolate. Oh, the chocolate is nice. The cocoa that they're using in this one, it's not like a milk chocolate kind of sweetness. It's more of a bitter, like bitter chocolates, like a dark chocolate. But yeah, you've got a ton of it, and you're getting a ton of that maple. I don't know how much, I can tell you how much maple is in this thing because there's a fucking shit ton in here. Anyway, let's drink it. Cheers. Okay, that's nice. Right off the hop, I'm going to tell you one thing. This is too thin for being 10.5%. It is way too thin. I don't know why it's so thin. It could be because, I don't know, maybe the adjuncts in here just thin this thing right out. But at 10.5%, I want this thing to have a bigger body on this one. This is drinking straight up medium, and I wanted this in the high medium or low full range for sure. High full on an Imperial Stout should be. Everyone of my beer tubing buddies will know that if you've got an Imperial Stout over 10%, it's got to be fucking viscous. It's got to be thick. It's got to be a full body, and this one disappoints in that realm anyway. But regardless, at 10.5%, yeah, no booze. You can't even tell. It's super dangerous. There's not even a chest warming on this one. This one is just full out hiding hiding the alcohol to a T. You can't, well, some people might think it's boozy if you're not used to these beers or whatever, like, but I'm used to these beers that I'm not picking up any kind of booze, no chest warming, no throat warming, no nothing on this one. I'm going to classify this one as dangerous beer. Let's talk about what I taste on this beer. on the nose, I was picking up a ton of maple. There's a ton of maple in the taste, but it's not overbearing like I thought it was going to be when I smelt it the first time, or the 15th time that I smelt it, and it was all maple. The maple is there. You can taste it. There's a little bit of that confectionery sugar that's coming with the maple, but it's not overly sweet. Some people might think this is overly sweet, but for me, this is not. This has a good balance because the bitterness from the cacao nibs or whatever they're using, which is not milk chocolate. I guarantee it's some kind of a baker's chocolate or something with a little bit less sweetness. It's bringing down that maple sweetness, and it's balancing the beer out a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be super sweet, but no, it's good. It's got a good little balance. I don't want to say it's perfectly balanced. There is a little bit of a sweetness in here that's overtaking it, but not overly sweet is what I'm trying to say. There's, like, speaking of that bitterness, so when I take a sip, right away you're hit with that maple, and it's super sweet, but then it turns around. Well, 3/4 of the way through the palate, for the first 3/4 of the palate, it's all sweetness and maple and chocolate goodness, a little bit of a chocolate, a little bit of a coffee note. But then, like I said, 3/4 of the way through the palate, it flips and it goes into that baker's, like, dark chocolate kind of bitterness, as well as that coffee bitterness. It's like kind of like having a black coffee bitterness just take over the end of the beer, and it gives you a semi-dry finish. It's a good beer. You know what? This beer has a lot of potential of being a fantastic beer if it had a bigger body. I did buy a second beer. I don't want to do 2 beers right now because the second beer, I'm definitely going to put it through the physics back there, because the body on this beer needs to be a little bit bigger for at 10.5%, and I think it would just dramatically change the way I feel about this beer. But like I said, it's 10.5. I can't do both. Not right now. This will fucking knock me on my ass being a dangerous beer. So regardless, in my own opinion, the Sound of Silence, it's good. It's got good taste, good balance. It's not overly sweet. However, the body on this beer needs to be a bit bigger. Guys, Counterpart, bring up the body of this beer. Even fucking buy some nitro cans. Nitro it. It may actually make the beer better. I'm gonna find out. You know what I'm gonna do when I have the second beer? I will put it on my TikTok and let you guys know how I thought of this beer going through the physics, if it needed a bigger body, which I tell you right now, it will fix this beer 100%. Anyway, guys, I'm done with my own opinion. Over 8 minutes on this beer. Whatever. It's a good beer. It's got good taste. Wish I had a bigger body. Anyway, guys, I'm done. If you enjoyed my video, click the like button down below. This was Sound of Silence from Counterpart Brewing, the Imperial Stout with maple and cacao. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that notification bell. And you guys can watch me fucking fumble through all these Imperial Stouts. Anyway, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.